Hey boys, I just wanted to start, I don't know, documenting my life with you guys, because I don't want you to feel disconnected when you guys are older. I just want you to know I will always love you, regardless of anything that happens, because you are a part of me. Essentially, you are me, right? You're half of me. Half of me is inside you? Wait. And then I have half of my dad, so that's a quarter Indian. He has half weight. So, anyway, genetics. Long story. Probably not how it works. It's not exactly 50% of me, but of my gene pool that I have, that I've given to you. Whatever genes, again, I don't even know if you can consider that a 50-50 if say, for example, Chandler has attributes that are all mine. Actually, I'll just rephrase that, because Junior, this is actually real. Junior has you know actual physical attributes that are not, I'm not gonna say identical, but very similar to my own. You can tell he's gonna be a bigger boy. Now, right now, he's in he's got a growth spurt going on. You're 7 right now, Junior. Chandler, you are. How old are you? Chandler, how old are you? Chandler, how old are you?
2.
Well, these are the kind of games I play with you right now, Chandler. For some reason, when we tell you something, it does not stay inside of your head, which is normal. But something I have to learn, and something I am still learning, not something I have to learn, something I know and I'm still learning how to do, is to be not only patient, but to find different ways to attack the learning, to attack your learning habits or your learning patterns. I've always been told what to do, so I always just kind of like, oh, I'm gonna go do that, kind of like a robot. And then once I kind of got freedom, and I was always kind of like Chandler, so I always kind of like had that freedom. But watching Isaac, he was kind of more robotic, and he didn't talk. Another thing, it's rare that we would play, but he wouldn't like. We wouldn't have intellectual conversation ever. I think once we got older into soccer, is when probably about 12, 13, 14 is when he started to hit his puberty, and I was actually starting to, is when I hit my growth spurt. What is it? Huh? Why are you screaming? Huh? Why are you screaming? Huh?
Nothing.
You just being a 4-year-old? Huh?
No.
You're 4 years old, Chandler. How old are you?
4 years old.
Okay. Good job. Give me thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Yeah. Thumbs up. Good job. Yeah, anyway, I guess I'll just kind of like siphon off of the rant. And I don't even really know what I was going to say after that. But yeah, I just wanted to start making these vlogs for you guys. Because if anything were to happen to me or to anybody else, I just want to be able to express myself and for you guys to understand how I felt. You know, I don't have as much as we should have had. And right now, your mom and I are trying to figure things out. I'm really trying to go on the positive aspects, but I know ever since the vacation, we've been kind of on this negative terror. And it's just a matter of really grinding down to want to fix our problems together, because we can't do it on our own, because there's two adult brains here. You know, one very straightforward, which would be mine, and then I know your mom, she tends to kind of hold her tongue, and she doesn't really tell you how she feels, and it's really hard for me to communicate with that, because when I ask you a question, it should be answered, and I have trouble getting answers. Instead, I get questions. It's like, well, I don't really want to bring up the problems in our relationship, but just know that, you know, we love you both. Okay, I can say that I love you both. Okay, and your mom, I'm sure, is going to tell you guys the same thing. It's just, after everything that happened, is just really, really hard to kind of reset. And you really have to work on it. And you really have to want it. And right now, you know, it's the in-between. It's like, yeah, I want it. I want it for my kids. And maybe I'll want it for myself again. You know, I was in love with your mom. And we're not necessarily in love, but there is love. There's a lot of love. But it's not the love that it should be. It's not the love that you guys should be witnessing. You guys are witnessing terror and trauma, and it's no good for you guys. And I just want to let you know I'm sorry for everything and anything. I always wanted the best for you guys. I always want for you to be the best version of yourself, because I've always tried to be the best version of myself, whether it's working out or trying something new or moving to the next job because it's better. Okay, it's not because I didn't want to stay at a job, but I always found better jobs, and you know, and that's just kind of how I grew up with the morals. Like, hey, if there's an opportunity for success or an opportunity to become better, an opportunity to become, you know, the definition of success, you know, everything you were born into in America. Here in America, we want to build not just a person, we want to build foundations in our communities. We want to build like civilization, obviously. But here in America, everyone strives to be the greatest. Everyone is fighting against each other, and you know, it's not a bad thing when you think about it. Everybody is trying to be the best, and if everybody's trying to be the best, then what is so bad about it? Well, if he's too good, then he can't be the best. Well, guess what? You can try. That doesn't mean you're gonna be the best. The point is to try. And again, all I ever want from you guys is just to try. Try it out. You don't know if you're gonna like it. You don't know if you're gonna hate it. And you guys are so young now that anything you do is gonna help you in the future. Everything I've ever done. whether I liked it or hated it. So I personally, for example, when I went to Catholic church with my mom every Sunday, and we would go to Sunday school, which would be like an hour before church. So we'd go to Sunday school for an hour, and sometimes like an hour and a half, depending on if we were doing communion stuff. Communion is like your sacred journey to becoming baptized and baptized again, to reborn kind of again. So you're baptized, and then you have your first communion, your second communion. I think that's how it works. I can't exactly remember. I'm sorry. I'll definitely fact check that. But yeah, it's somewhere along those lines. Anyway, going every Sunday for 2 to 3 hours out in church, I didn't like it, and especially being like how you are, Chandler. Just running around, buck wild, not exactly listening, but like you were aware of what's going on. And I know that, or Chandler, that you have this really special type of intellect, and with this special type of intellect, what we'll have to do is put you into social situations where you can act amongst peers and colleagues and whatever you want to, your friends, all right, other little kids, people. And when you grow up, okay, junior tends to be around crowds, though. You're usually like kind of like, you'd be like the fifth guy in a group to walk through the door out of 7 dudes. You just kind of like go with the flow. You're just kind of like, all right, let's go do this. And that's what I really like, is that a lot of times, Junior, when we're going places or something, you're just, all right. Recently, though, since your birthday, it's about June now. Obviously the date's here, but it's like May 29th, something like that. Recently you've been kind of whiny, and actually very whiny, and just kind of babyish, like, it's not it's normal. All these things are normal, and it's okay. But just because things are normal doesn't make it okay. All right? For example, it's normal for you guys to spill drinks, okay? Like soda, okay, in a cup. You guys spill it. It's okay. Clean it up, right? We know how to clean. We've taught you clean it. Yes, we get mad, yeah. Because guess what? Oh my gosh, that is terrible. That, like, it's gonna be sticky. We have to clean it. So there's chance of bugs. It might smell. Like, what did you spill? What mess? There's a lot of variables that go into it. Not only that, but I especially just want to make sure everything is in order. Because if there's no order, there's just chaos. If there is no organization, there is no structure. It just falls down the line of pillars. See, there's these pillars of priorities in life where you really need to kind of grind down and tweak a little bit. For example, like hygiene. Hygiene is important. Do you need to scrub the underneath of your toenails? Yes. Do you need to do it all the time? No. But if you don't do it frequently, then you will probably have stinky toes, okay? Because bacteria gets stuck underneath your toenails. And that's kind of what I mean. Though things are normal and they can be fixed, there's always ways to prevent them from happening. And that's one thing I really I really think that I might prioritize is prevention. I always try to to prevent you guys from getting hurt. Even though I might give you a little ass whooping myself, you know what I mean? But my ass whooping is not to hurt you necessarily. It's more to teach you, okay? You know, you can be as literate as you want. Figure of speech, understand what I'm talking about. And if you want to be ignorant and not understand and just disagree, fine. No problem. But this is my perspective. Remember that. My perspective on life itself. My perspective on you guys. And it's okay to have a perspective towards me. Okay? That being said, I don't want you guys to hate me or to not like me. I just want you to know that I will be here for you if you have a real need for something. Okay? I never had my dad at my fingertips. I never had my mom at my fingertips. It was always... My mom's working, right? She has... Grandma Rosa has what? You know, you guys have 15, I don't know, a million uncles and aunts, right? And she was working, and she has a bunch of other little kids. I was one of the oldest, so I was changing diapers and helping out. Basic duty as an older brother. When I got into my teens, maybe 14, is when I really started to hate it and kind of disconnect from that because I needed to grow up. And it wasn't helping, you know, living there with Grandma Rosa, with my mom. So again, I'm just talking off the top of my head, and I know I kind of go in directions, you know, off, but they're all just from my head, and that's what I want to do here for you guys. I just want to kind of talk to you guys and tell you my perspective, because I don't want you to think that I'm some kind of villain or mean to you guys. I just want there to be structure. And again, it's one thing that I've really never had, and I've learned that, especially my time away from Ivana, that the more structure I had, the more scheduling I had, the better I felt, the more productive I was, really, honestly. And I'm really trying to emphasize that on your mom here, because everything has always been kind of winged, and nothing's ever been kind of planned. Yes, she's great with scheduling a date, right? For, say, like her office appointment, okay? And she'll notify me or whatever, and stuff like that. It's just a matter of more like, I'm more talking in the sense of what to do as a family, what to do with our futures, what to do with our careers, our education, our lives. What's the next step? Because the next step is to level up. There's no more going down. It's all up from here. All up, basically until our muscles start to give out. Then it's downhill from there. Muscles and stuff, joints, tendons. Yeah. Well, I love you guys. I just want my goal for the next video is to have Chandler at least identify the letter S and be able to identify it on the Xbox 360 and pick it, because he knows everything else. He knows how to load the game. He knows how to rob people. You know, he knows how to play Grand Theft Auto, basically. He just doesn't know how to get to the game because he doesn't know how to read. He's illiterate. He's illiterate because you just are when you're little. Illiterate. I don't mean that, like, whatever. Anyway, yeah, it's again, if I try to find these words that are just really trying to explain it, but he's not, and I try to make it specific, but yet I try to make it simple. Because I know that your guys' vocabulary might not be the greatest yet. You guys are probably young. I don't know when you guys are going to see this. I don't know if your mom is going to see this. I don't know who exactly is going to see this. But I love you guys, and I'll see you next video, and I'll try to have more of a topic to talk to you guys about moving forward here. But yeah, first video for you guys. I love you guys. Bye.